Hey there, Soul Shines. It's Michelle here from So Magical Michelle Creates, and today is a creative expressions video. I always have chapter links and pattern links in this video, so if you want to skip ahead or go back to something, you are welcome to, or you could just listen to the whole thing. That's fine. And before we get going too much further, remember to hook that subscribe button, hit the like button, and leave some yarn in the comments. Alright, I have a list. I'm hoping that will help me keep somewhat on track. I'm also on a time crunch, but I have checked my mic. Things should be going okay. So let's start talking quickly about the Magical Mal. We are in May. The theme this month is mermaid, which means you can do anything mermaid related, ocean related. You can be colors if you want to do colors that aren't like the blues and teals of the ocean. Then a picture, like a reference picture, would be very helpful so that I can see that yes, you were inspired by a mermaid or ocean picture. Hey. I'm going to link the video probably up here, this side, up here and down below to the announcement video. I think I've covered everything, but one never knows. I need to start like preparing myself an outline that I make sure I hit all the points. So I do not have a collaborator this month, but I am so thrilled that I do have a collaborator for June. Yay! So I will be working with her to create next month's. I'm excited. I already know what the theme is going to be, and that's exciting too. All right, so let's move into yarn stuff. I've been so busy doing book stuff that I've hardly done any yarn stuff. I have done like 2 or 3 days worth of rows on my mosaic crochet, overlay mosaic crochet blanket, hoping to get that done soon, but just like I said, I've been busy. I'll talk more later about how I am finally starting to kind of get some progress somewhere, a system that worked. So here's my sweater. I'm actually hoping to finish it this month so I can put it in my mermaid slideshow, because this is you know, it's like kind of I guess you could call it a warm blue. It's got that warm gray blue color to it. So it's very oceany. But anyway, yeah, that's the back of it. That's the fun little pattern. I did a nod to it on the sleeves. I've finished the bottom there. It's rolled, so you can't tell. I'll have to fix, like, actually block this, which it's acrylic, so it's not easy to block, but I will block it so that that hangs down. And then I'm currently working on, let me hold it this way. So this is the bottom, obviously, the bottom of both sides. It goes down one side all the way up around the collar. So there's the back and the sleeves. So it goes up like the sweater I'm wearing, the cardigan I'm wearing. The edge starts way down here. It goes all the way up, and around, and all the way back down to the other side. So that is what I am currently working on. I think I've finished 2 rows. I'm hoping to do, I think, 7. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, yeah. So that's it. I will, of course, have links to this. The cardigan pattern itself is free. The pattern I used to make the pattern on it is a... So I dropped something. The pattern that I used to drop the thing to recreate the pattern on this sweater is from a hat pattern. I link both below, so they're both free patterns, and I just mixed them together. Other things. I have not made enough progress on my socks to show them. I have worked a little bit on them, a couple of rounds maybe. And the frog, the cute little frog earring that I'm trying to make, it's micro crochet, and because you have to actually stick in the stitches, I have to use a magnifying glass to work on it. So I have not been making great progress on that. It's like an effort. It's extra effort. It's not just pulling out the pattern. It's pulling out the magnifying glass and the project and all the things and working with the tiny stuff. So I'm struggling getting that done, but I do want to get it done. And I haven't started my Decade Diva project yet either, and I really need to get that started. That pretty much covers my yarn projects. I think I have a project over there I so badly want to start. I have a pattern for a steering wheel cover. It's like a formula pattern, so you could use it for knit or crochet and create a steering wheel cover. And I need to make a new one for one thing. The old one's made from polyester, and I'm having problems with polyester. The other reason is that I made it a little bit too big, so it covers the ability to see all the things I need to see. And I have a daughter who has her learner's permit, so we need to fix that so she can actually see everything. She doesn't have enough of the skills to look around it like an advanced driver has. So for books, holy cow, this is where my effort has been going. I have not counted up how many of the little animal characters, but I will put the ones that we've got done up along the screen, as I have 6 of them finished. And I will actually show you what one looks like before I edit it, so that you can see what I have to do, because I have to go in and make everything dark and then edit off the bumpy edges and stuff. Make sure that it's a see-through picture, a PNG that has no background, so it's transparent, so that it can be used on different things, can be put on colors and stuff. It's a project, and I don't know when that project will be done. It's one of those things, if I don't have another thing to work on, that's what I'll work on. I do have other things to work on though. This is the proof for my knitting project journal. As you can see, here is the original, one of the hang in there size journals. It is bigger. It is fairly thin. And it's fun. It's got the cute little art, of course, by Cheyenne. And if you don't know, Cheyenne's with me on my lives on Monday, so you can go meet her there. Although we're not having one this week. I'll have to talk about that. Let me make a note so I don't forget. So we have a little like intro page. You can color the cow right in on what your project journal is about. A couple of pages that I don't have in here is an index, and it has blank lines so that you can write what your project is. So you can say, this is where this project is. That way you can go back and be like, I know I made this project. You don't have to flip through the whole book. You can go to your project note or your index page and see, is this project in this book? Okay, so that will be in the finished one. That's one of the things that I'm adding. But you have the knitting, oh no, this is the yarn weights. And this is knitting needle conversion. So you've got millimeters, US terms, and UK terms. So you can look and kind of figure that out. And then it's got a place where you can put in your own abbreviations so that you can know what you need to know. And then next is the project pages. So it's got this fill it in project section right here, a lined page, and then 2 jot journal pages that you can tape pictures in or yarn things in, whatever you need to do. You can sketch. It's kind of open, fairly blank canvas. There's dot grids, but they pretty much look like a blank page. So that's kind of fun. And then you just keep repeating, and there are 33 projects in each book. Now this is the knitting journal. If I have finished the cow, no, this is a cow. The knitting one ended up being a cow. The crochet one is a pig. If I finished the crochet one, I will put the colored picture up here. If I have not finished it, I will just put the outline, like, oops, not that page, an outline picture like that, so that you can see what the pig, that's a crochet pig. So I am making a crochet one. Everywhere that I use the word, a reference specifically to knitting, like on the project pages, where it says like needle size, I will put hook size. And then I will put a crochet hook conversion chart. Actually, there's two charts on the same page. One is a still hook one, and one is the letters that the US uses for regular. So, you know, like an I is what, was that like a 5.5? 5 point, I don't know. I don't remember. G is like 4 or 4.25 depending. So, yes, I will... might even be 4.5 sometimes, but I'll have that information in the project book. So those project books, you can pre-order them. The link for that will be below. So these two project books are in pre-order. So if you want to go ahead and buy yours right now, they should be up pretty soon, and then they can be shipped out to you as soon as they are actually up and going. Okay. I also have other minor tweaks that I've done in here. Like, I didn't like the placement of the abbreviation charts on the page, so I just shifted them a little bit. Things like that. Minor things, except for adding those 2 pages into the project pages. So, also, if you're like, I don't want the book, but I actually love the idea of the project pages, I do have a printable for sale. Right now they're $1.49 on my website till they get up on Etsy, and then they will be like $2.75, and on Etsy they'll be $3, somewhere around there. That's not exact. Could be $2.99 and $2.77, $2.75. I'm not sure. Anyway, so and also if you're interested in my patterns, I have my patterns on my website now too, for a little bit less than what Etsy sells them for. Okay. Other books that we have going. I have been working on the cover art for my Appointment with God book. I use a method that I came up with and I've started using in my daily devotionals, and holy cow, I'm loving it. The P stands for prayer. You can write your notes or your prayers out. The A stands for acknowledge, like acknowledging God's hand in your life. The R stands for reading. So whatever you're planning to read, you can note there's nothing. It's just like a fill it in section. So you can use it to read whatever scriptures you want. So you can use it along with other devotionals if you want. The M stands for message. So whatever message you're receiving, or if you pause and listen to whatever messages you hear from God, that's where you can record that. The second A stands for application or action. So whatever you're going to do to apply your devotional into your life. The G stands for gratitude. It's a space for you to spend time in gratitude. Gratitude and acknowledgement I've been fascinated at the difference in approaching it as recognizing what God's been doing in my life the last couple of days or the last few hours since I last did my devotional versus the gratitude just I have in general for life. It's very interesting, the differences between them. And then an E is for an exclamation. This is a word or a phrase that I use to remind myself of my devotional throughout the day. So I will show you. I found an app that puts, I will show you. It puts a little quote. I wonder if I turn the brightness down if that will help any. Well, maybe if I was on it, okay. Puts a little quote on my screen that I can change. It's called quotes. It's on my thing. I liked that it's one that I could put my own things on and change. So I have that. Change it every day with my exclamation to help remind me of what I am focused on today from my devotion. And then I end with S, which is song, which could be sing a song of devotion or sing or listen to music, make up my own song. So that's been really fun. It's introduced me to songs outside of my domination. Is that right? Denomination. I was like, that's not the right word. That's a bad mistake. Domination is definitely not denomination. It's been really cool to find some new songs that bring into my life some more of the message that I want to receive in my heart. So I'm really excited about these devotionals, and I feel like it's something that you could use pretty much any religion, like pray, acknowledge, read, message, application or action, gratitude, an exclamation, and some kind of song of praise. So I think that's pretty amazing. And I like that par means equal to, and mages are the wise people. So this is my way of becoming more on par with the mages. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. I'm working on the cover art right now. Cheyenne's done the art. I'm editing it and we'll put it on the pages. So that's one that's coming out. She's done some art for our mermaid one. If you want to see that art, go to our live because it was shared on our live this last week. And I'll link that live below so you can go see that. And then, so that mermaid one definitely will get done this month. It's going to be pretty easy to get that one on, and I'm excited about it. So stinking excited. Let me try to think. And then we are going to be working on the animal one. We're going to be making one that has thorn for the win, which thorn is a TH sounding letter that we used to have in the English alphabet, and a win is the letter we used to have that says W before a W existed. So I'm excited for that little notebook too, just because. So that's kind of our notebooks and journals in progress right now. Cheyenne is still working on art for the adult coloring books. It's kind of just whatever she feels like, and then she scans what she can as soon as we can get them in, and if we figure out if we can use them, where we can use them, that kind of thing. So the picture that we chose for the Parmages book, she had done all these and I was like, they're really pretty. I like them, but this one feels out of place with the rest of them. And that one that felt out of place is the one we're using for the Parmages. And she just, as she gets inspired, she's been sketching and stuff, and it's been really fun. We have been learning Old English. It's so much fun. We have the 4 Gospels in book form, and it has 3 columns in it. The first column is Middle English, and then the first column is Early Modern English. So it's kind of familiar, kind of definitely. There's been still some changes. So we've got Early Modern English, then Old English in the middle, and Middle English on the other side. So you can kind of compare the changes. And we pretty much use the Old English and sometimes the early modern English to help us understand what we're missing. That is a more complex read, so we do read a verse or two. We're currently in Luke 2. We decided she did not want to read all the begats at the beginning of Matthew. And I told her, well, let's just start in Luke 2. Let's go to a story you know. And so that's where we're at. We just read about the shepherds. And then another book that we bought is called Oswald Berra. And it is written by a teacher, a professor, who wrote it for people to learn Old English. And that has been really fun. Also, we figured out that on one of our family lines, at least, I haven't looked through all of the family history, but one of our lines for sure goes to the Anglo-Saxons kings and queens. So there's a king and a queen in Oswald Berra, and they are on our family line. We also go back to the Normans who invaded the kings and queens, and we have the first kings and queens there. So we have a lot of lords from the Scottish. We've got King of the Scots. We've got King of the Netherlands. German ones. We've got some Huns, like that invaded Europe. Like, oh my gosh, I got so many ancestors that invaded. And then I've got my ancestors that were pilgrims, like William Brewster, who was one of the like big wig pilgrims. He's one of my ancestors, and I'm related to John Smith from the southern thing. His brother is my direct ancestor. So it's kind of funny, and it's kind of interesting to look at my family history. And I'm like, if I come from so much royalty, which the royal lines all kind of seem to end in the 1500s. So that's fascinating. But we go back to all these different ones. But I'm like, then why am I so poor? Yeah. I got to pull into that royal ancestry and pull in my wealth again. So yeah, we've been learning Old English. It's a lot of fun. We are currently in 3 milke monathas. 3 milke monthas, depending on how you use it. Old English has the different genders for nouns, different ways that nouns were said, depending on how they were used, and the different things for verbs. It's a little bit much, but not too terrible-ish. So 3 milke, three milke monathas is 3 milk month, because during the month of May was when the cows were more fertile, so they could milk them 3 times a day. Last month was, which would I guess would be Armonthas, maybe something like that. Would have been Esther Monatha or Esther Monath, which is Easter kind of. It's a spring celebration. And then I've not learned more. I'm like, I'm going to focus on this. I'm focused on currently learning some numbers and some how to say the numbers, like yesterday was fifta. Yesterday the number is 5 and 5th is fifta. So fifta. And I'm kind of learning both of those things. I'm kind of doing it with the dates, like today is Tiwastag Sexta 3 milk a month, something like that. Anyway, it's kind of fun. It's kind of crazy. We're getting to where we've got the first chapter of Berra Oswald figured out. There's only a couple words. When I hear them, I'm like, wait, what's that one again? But I think I've got them today. We take the book chapter, we kind of read through it the first day, see what we can figure out, what we know and don't know. Focused a lot on pronunciation as best as we can. And there's not a lot of this is how it's said, but at the same time there are rules of how it's said. But there's nobody to come back and say, you said that completely wrong, when there's like some variance of how it may have been said. Because it's a dead language, so they're just guessing anyway. So yeah, the second day, Cheyenne reads through it while I just listen to see what I can hear and get. It helps her to practice reading it. The third day, I read through it while she listens to see how she does and to give me some practice saying it. And then today we had a lot of fun with, she read through it and I took time to practice kind of writing out the words. Actually, I have my page here. It's pretty messy. It's all over the place, but I was just writing the words. So we have Bera, which is B-E-R-A, which means bear. Plural is B-E-R-A-N, Beran. Oswald is his Nama. We've got a Kuning, which is the king, and we've got a Quen, which is the queen. And Kuningas is plural, and Quena is plural. And we have their names. It's Alf Yevu, and Althered. Those are their names. And Mildred is the character in the book, and her father is telling her a spell, which is story. It's really fun. And so, yeah, that's Old English for you. That's one of the main things happening in our lives. So I don't forget, I'm going to talk about lives and my life. On Monday nights at 7:30 Mountain Time, which is Denver time, we are doing lives. The last couple weeks we've had guests. I hope to have guests soon. If you ever want to just hang out on live with me, oh my gosh, say something. I will send you the link. I can have up to 10 guests, I think. I think we could have 11 of us on. I don't know. I mean, we'd get pretty small, but we could be there and chatting, and you can also be there with your face off and just talk. So if you want to be on and talk with us, but you don't want to be on camera, we can do that too. I would love that. I think that's a lot of fun. So we have that. And what else? Oh, next Monday, there is no live. This next Monday, there's no live because my daughter's final choir concert for high school is Monday night. It's sad. It's also the choir teacher is retiring, so it's his last night. So I expect it to be a very emotional night. I mean, it's really enjoyable, but it's also really emotional to be like, oh no, I won't be able to see my favorite people. They're graduating. But now this year, my daughter's face is going to be up there. She's graduating. So crazy. So we have that going on Monday night. Next Tuesday night, she has her musical theater showcase. So she'll be performing that night. I'm really excited for that because she should have solo or group numbers that she sings in. Always fun. We have in our religion, we have a class that kids go to for a religion class. It's called seminary. It is not like the seminary that people go to become priests or pastors or whatever. It's a class where it's like glorified Sunday school all week long. That's pretty much what it is. And she's doing her seminary graduation not Mother's Day, but the week after. And it's just so crazy. She does an online school. She has officially finished all of her online classes. So she just has choir and psychology and the church class and the musical theater. So she has those classes that she finishes over at the school in a couple weeks. it's just so crazy, guys. My one son who's also doing online school, he only has one more class that he'll finish tomorrow. And so then he goes over to the high school for our seminary class. The same with my other kid, he's also finishing school this year, kind of graduating. It's a homeschool mixed up graduation, finishing school kind of thing. That's all that's happening. I'm just like, wow. So it does make for crazy. How I'm actually starting to function, because I've been so freaking overwhelmed, because I'm like, I have a list of all these things to do for books. I have a list of all these things to do for YouTube. I have a list of all these things that need to happen in my home. I have a list of everything that needs to happen for everything else. And I've tried so many different ways to do my day. So I've made like this as my list. This is a Rocket book, by the way. It's reusable paper, so you have to use a friction pen, like the heat erase pens, but you don't erase them like typical. You actually take a wet cloth and you wipe them off, because the paper is special. And so I write my list of what I need to do. Like, I took child to work, recorded a video. Kids have a dentist appointment in 30 minutes. So I'll edit this video after the dentist appointment. But I've been writing that down in my little book, marking them off. Also, I've been using the Finch app just to have some fun of marking it off, earning little things to buy clothes and things for the little bird. It's kind of fun. And kind of, I guess, gamifying. Like, I didn't think I was a person that liked gamifying, but I like being able to earn the little things. I like being able to send gifts to friends, things like that. So I do have space for another friend if anybody has Finch and wants to be my Finch friend. Anyway, oh guys, that's my crazy. Let me see if I missed anything on my list. The list thing has been so helpful for me. I don't think it would work for everybody, because we all just have to. I can't do the block thing where it's like from this time to this time I'm working on this. It just doesn't work for me. So what I do is I'm like, okay, these are all the things I need to do. And then I look at priority and I'm like, okay, these are my priorities. I needed to record a video. I still have a tutorial to edit, but there's no way I'm doing any editing today. And so I've put that to tomorrow. That way I don't have to think about it today. It doesn't stress me out today thinking, oh my gosh, I'm so overwhelmed. Like with the books, my focus for today is to get the pig for the crochet one of these done. That is my goal today, is to get the cover ready. And then, it's a good thing that's proof. It's getting beat up. But anyway, then, what's the most important things for the house? What's the most important things for all these things? Make sure I know all the things like the dentist appointment. And then I kind of have been putting them in the order I would like to do them in. And I understand that the order can be flexible, because like there's been days that I'm like, oh, was not expecting that, or had forgotten that I had to take this person to there, which just kind of throws things off. But I kind of have the most important things and kind of put them in the order I want to do them, and that's working for me, because the block schedule just felt too confining. This allows me to do a little more flow in my day, and I definitely need that flow. So yeah, that's kind of, I think that's everything today. Hopefully I can have some finished objects really soon, because I do have work on the blanket, work on the things. I'm taking this with me to the dentist. It's a little bit of a bigger project, but I just really need to work on it, so I'm taking it anyway. I usually take socks to their office. I'd like to take something different. Anyway, with all of that, I have something to tell you. And I will put the translation up here. lute fin leom shinan thur thina yeshafta. Yeshafta is like creations, as in like God created the world. I think like craftas is for crafts, so it could be something along that lines, but I'm using yeshafta. Oth naxtan farewell, which actually means travel well, or like going far good, you know, that kind of idea. Anyway, that's my new ending if I can get it figured out. Remember to let your light shine through your creations, whatever they be, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!